we're in the middle of a big storm, and it's been snowing now for about 22 hours, thereabouts. And as you can see, we've had a lot of snow this year. And here comes the wind again, which is absolutely brutal. You can't see a thing. There's the field across the house, and you can barely see it. So it's really difficult to see anything. And the snow goes in all different directions. And let me tell you, it is really, really brutal and cold. Well, we made it through the big storm. This is just outside the door, the back door, and we have quite a bit of snow here. I mean, this is the drift going into where I store my wood, and these are the drifts in the driveway. I'm gonna say there's probably about, I'm gonna say there's probably about 8 inches of snow on the driveway and probably 1.5 feet in some places where it's drifted. And as you can see, the drifts to begin with from the snowstorms earlier in the week, last week, are pretty big too. So I have quite the task today. It is about 7:30 in the morning, and I've got a snow blow so I can get out of here. And as you can see, the road is not great, but by about 10 o'clock today, the wind is actually supposed to pick up from what it is right now, and it's actually snowing again, I think. But the wind is supposed to pick up and the wind chill is supposed to really dip. So I'm gonna try to, boy, it's really tough to walk out here. On Friday night, it's now Monday morning, President's Day, I had a new Cub Cadet snowblower delivered. I realize I have a tractor with a bucket and a back blade here at the farm, but in the fall it didn't start. And of course, with everything that happened in the fall, if you've been following the channel, getting it to start wasn't going to be something that, I gotta get this out of the way or it's gonna get stuck in an auger. Getting it to start was not high on my list of priorities because it's gonna take me a while to figure all of that out and be able to operate all this equipment, get it in working order so that when I go out, I can just start it. So, got the snowblower. Not getting paid to talk about it, but I will say that I get all of my equipment like chainsaws, mowers, and now this snowblower from one place, local guy. And, I'll give a shout out to him at some point. But in any event, I'll do a video on him. But in any event, got a snowblower, and I'm going to snowblow so I can get out of here with a load of water and head to Donkeyville. Now, during the storm, what ends up happening is I always have a backup plan since I have 2 locations. And I tanked everybody up and I did double water runs on Saturday. Made sure everybody was tanked. I overfed, so they had triple what I would normally feed them. And I also have a guy, a friend of mine, buddy, who lives right down the road from Donkeyville. And he checks on them for me. He makes sure everything is okay. He feeds them, checks the water situation and everything like that, so that I know during a storm that all of them are just fine. So as you can see, the wind is already starting to blow. And boy, I bet the drifts down there in front of the doors to the big barn are probably about 4 foot deep. Yikes, it's gonna be a while. And you can see right there where it's plowed, I had taken the trailer out on Saturday. Again, I've got a video for that. Not sure if this will post first or not, but had to take the livestock trailer out, and the bank there plus the drift is really tall. So I'm not going to try to set up my tripod to be able to show you me snowblowing because honestly, I just want to get this done, and my guess is the tripod would blow over anyway, so it'd kind of be a worthless endeavor. I'd spend more time getting the tripod stuck back up and trying to film and trying to walk. I'm having difficulty walking here. So I'm just going to snowblow, and hopefully I'll have time afterwards to just show you what I've done and how much I've, It's my first time ever using a snowblower like this one, so I'll probably butcher it. You'll probably have a lot of comments about it, but hey, if I get it done and get out of here, that's all that matters. So just a quick update. The snowblower, after about 5 minutes, clearly was not going to cut it, and look what showed up. This is my neighbor, and he is clearing out my driveway, and he is totally awesome. Both he and his family are totally awesome. Well, I'm at Donkeyville, and the good news is the egg shack is not on its back. And actually, it's not all filled with snow, which is a miracle. The not so good news is it's going to be a little bit before my guy that plows me out gets here and is able to take care of the driveway. So I've gotten my workout, and I am very glad that I'm a farm girl because I've had to carry the water in for everybody. But they have water. They had water to begin with because the stock tank was filled before the storm hit, and they still had plenty of water, but I've given them more water and fed everybody. But for some reason, there are some donkeys that have decided to go out to the lean-to and just stand there, even though everybody has hay inside. But you can see roads still aren't completely clear. And just to give you some perspective, here's some of the drifts. And there's one that's right there. That's probably about 3 feet high, 3.5 feet high. And when you get down towards the barn right there, which was done right before the storm hit, so I knew I'd be able to get in with the 2 new animals, with the trailer and get into the barn, of course, and everything. There are places down there where it was up over my boots. So I don't quite have wet socks and cold feet, but I'm sure that if I kept walking back and forth, I probably would have wet socks and cold feet. And the wind is a little brisk right now. But everybody's fed, everybody's got water, and a little bit later today, this should be plowed out, which will be good. But I think that's good. Everybody's got food, everybody's got water, and I've got happy donkeys, happy mini horses, and happy mules. So it's a good day. And hey, the sun is shining, and the sky is a beautiful shade of blue. Okay, well, it's later on President's Day, and I've come up and topped off the stock tank, and the sun's going down, and fed everybody again inside and outside. And of course, there's that little mini horse. She's outside. You probably can barely see her. I just wanted to show you, though, how much snow there's been. So that's my little office behind there, behind the snowbank. You can see the snowbank is really tall. And then this is the snowbank down towards the barn where the lean-to is. And obviously you can see that there's quite a bit of snow. When this melts, it is going to be a mess, a huge mess. And now I'm headed back to the home farm to do chores there and get something to eat, because I'll tell you, it's been a rough couple of days. Been burning a lot of calories, and I am hungry. There's Oreo. Yeah, I got a little bit of a head nod there, ears going. Ginger, or Gigi and Bambi, I think, are in with Bramble in the lean-to eating hay. Everybody else is inside.